Hello mares, welcome back to another episode of SimCity BuildIt. So I have played a little bit between last episode and this one, and something I noticed when trying to collect the taxes from City Hall here, and if I tap it now you'll notice it gives me 2,865 simoleons there, and if I tap it again you can see that's the maximum I can collect in 24 hours. Now I've left the game for longer than that, just to see whether, because I thought it was the case, and it definitely is, that you can't sort of stack those 24 hours on top of each other. You can't go for 48 hours and collect, you know, 5,000, plus taxes there. You're not getting double the amount. It's maxing at that 24 hours and then stopping, which is a little frustrating. It's not really going to suit my playstyles. I plan to sort of dip in and out a little less, frequently in that, so we could sort of record this video series and go through it together. So that's a bit of a shame, but I understand why the game developers do that. It's just not going to suit my play style. So yeah, I think I'll need to jump on between episodes to collect the taxes, kind of, once a day or every couple of days, and do that. One other thing you might notice as well, if you look at my city storage, you'll see it's now 52 out of 50, so I just collected one there and it went up to 52. When you've got your city storage maxed here, so I've got stuff, I've built things and collected them, like wood and plastic and planks and things. If you tap a building like that and it gives you a special item, you don't lose that special item. It goes to your city storage and then it gives you more than the max, which is great, so you don't lose out on that, so that's quite nice. What I wanted to do this episode is start out by leveling up all these buildings we've got here, so I'll go ahead and do that. I think we're probably going to hit level 7 this episode, depending on how much building we do here. And something else I noticed as well, which is quite handy, was there was a building which had, I think, was wanting 4 or 5 hammers to upgrade, and I hadn't built that many at that point between episodes. So I was like, well, I'll build some. But I also noticed that if you tap a building like this, on the right hand side here you can see you've got request new plans. So let's say this building wasn't good enough for me, and I decided that I couldn't make the 2 plastic, or I couldn't make the 2 metal. I could just tap the request new plans button here and it gets this screen up, and then in 30 minutes time it gives you new items to upgrade that building, which is great. So that's quite handy. Let's not do it with that one because it's nice and easy, but I'll try and show you with another one what that looks like when you click through. Let's take this one. So we just hit here and then we hit OK, and away it goes, and you can see this little logo here now that says, the architect's drawing up new plans, and it'll be done in just under 30 minutes. So we won't complete that this episode, but let's try and level up the rest of these buildings. And one of the things I wanted to do this episode was to build the Mayor's Mansion, which I think we unlocked just towards the end last time. So there we go, cost us 100, we require level 6, which we have. Don't feel guilty, we've earned it. This is where we'll access city achievements, and I'm sure we got a city achievement towards the tail end of last episode. We got Tiny Town, I think. So hopefully if we tap on here, did you notice you can upgrade your factories? Yeah, we don't want to do that, go away, tap tap tap. So yeah, if we tap on here we should get Tiny Town. There we go, right, have 3,000 Sims living in your city. So collect the reward and we're going to get 2 Sim cash here. So 44, yeah, great. And then I think, yes, it looks like the next one will be 12,000, then 35,000, 100,000, 300,000. Wow, okay. And I think we got another one in there, didn't we? Let's have a look. Wealthy City, was it? Oh no, we've got 5,000 already. Oh wow, okay, we've got the next level. We'll tap that again. Oh right, okay, so each one of these achievements here has got 3 levels to it. So that was, what, 3, 5, and then it'll be 8. So Suburb City will be something like, I don't know, 12, 20, 25 maybe. Wealthy City collects 5,000 simoleons and taxes. We have done that. Fantastic, cool. Well, we've got a bunch of sim cash there, so we can look at maybe spending some of that. We also unlocked measuring tapes last episode, so let's grab a few of those. Let's check out these buildings, and we need to grab and get some metal cooking. We're going to need that. And I've got to remember to drag and drop, because I learnt that last episode. So drag, drop, and drag and drop. I've also been looking around at some of the things we can do in the game. So we had a brief look at the Global Trade HQ and the cargo ship dock over here, and also this trade depot. And I'd really like to unlock those sort of as quickly as possible, but I don't want to kind of overbuild my city. I think there's always a danger, isn't there, of sort of over-expanding and then needing lots of resources. So I'm going to try and take it steady, but I do want to get to 8 and 10,000 as quickly as possible, because I think the trade HQ and the depot are going to be a really good way to make simoleons fast by trading goods. So I'm keen to do that. Oh, we've leveled up. We have hit level 7. So what have we got this time? We should unlock stuff, I think. New production, seeds. So I think that's in the factories. Let's go and have a look. Yep, there we go, seeds. Production in 20 minutes. We've got none in city storage. Well, we should build some of those then, because we're bound to need them. So let's get them going. And we've got a couple of things we can tap here. I love my new house, that's good, that's positive sim. We've got another one we can upgrade over here, so let's do that. And now let's start looking ahead to level 8, because last episode we were checking out what we were going to need at level 8, and it was sewage, I think, wasn't it? Let's tap into here. Yeah, so requirements level 8. A small sewage outflow pipe. Outflow pipe. It's difficult to say. Building price 4,000. Capacity 7. Now our city, what are we at the moment? If I... How do I tap? Oh yeah, right, here we go. So 13, and we've got 3 in progress. So we're going to have, I think, 16, aren't we? So we want something to fit a capacity of 16, and we've just done Tiny Town level 3. Fantastic. So basic sewage outflow pipe would give us a capacity of 28. Building price is 12,000. Okay. And deluxe sewage treatment plant 35,000. Ooh. I mean, that's... Both of those are overkill. But we're getting... I think we're getting better value. We're getting better value out of this. It's basically 3 times as much. It's not better value, is it? No. Right, it costs us 3 times as much. Oh, but we don't have a dirty radius. Okay. I feel like actually I might quite like to go for the deluxe sewage treatment plant right off the bat. We've got almost 31,000 simoleons already. We've just hit 8,000 sims as well, so we should have unlocked this, the trade depot. Is it going to give us a run through somewhere? No? Okay, I guess we'll just work it out then. So this must be like Daniel's city, who's the sort of the non-player character. Let's go and visit him, because I'm sure he's got stuff we can buy as well. Grab a sip of coffee while we wait. Cool, yeah, so this is his trade depot. Let's see what he's got for sale. Well, that looks good. Let's snag all of that. Yoink. And his city doesn't seem to have changed a great deal. It's got a lot of big buildings, other stuff around. What on earth is that? A large ball of wool or something. Oh, that was one of the parks. I think I saw that before. Let's go back to our city now. We'll take a look. So yeah, we can probably sell stuff here in this trade depot. So I wonder how this works. So what have we got we could sell? I don't want to sell the special items yet. I want to try and upgrade our city storage as much as possible, which I think I talked about before. I want to get another camera and get the city storage up, because that will allow us to trade and be, you know, nice and flexible with our building upgrades, and always kind of have on hand as much as possible the resources we need to upgrade things. And we're only 1 sim away from 10,000. Look. Yeah, 9,999. Well, we're going to have to upgrade something else this episode then. We should collect our achievement, Tiny Town, so it looks like we've done level 3 now. Collect rewards. Achievement completed. So we got another 6 sim cash for that we can spend. Let's go ahead and... Oh, no. I thought there was going to be a camera then. So seeds for that one. Metal for that one. So we'll do that and then we'll hit 10,000, I guess. So hopefully we've got that over here now. Bing, 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 bing. And upgrades. And let's wait for the big 10,000. So it goes down because the building kind of gets knocked down to rebuild, and then it'll come back. And let's upgrade this one while we're at it as well. It's interesting playing this game in a bit more of a steady way than perhaps you might normally do with these kinds of games. I started a little bit of a debate on Reddit when I posted the last episode there, just to kind of share my thoughts with other SimCity players about the franchise and about BuildIt. And I talked a little bit about it last episode, where I was kind of feeling like, where does this game fit in the franchise, and is it something that benefits the game and the series long term? And I really think it is, but some people see it very negatively. And I had a chat with a guy who was saying, well, he kind of agrees with kind of where I was coming from, but equally he doesn't like the sort of the pay to play kind of elements of the game. And I can see why that is. There's that sort of psychological push from the developer side that you've got to be playing constantly, or every day, or every couple of hours to have a really engaging experience of the game. And I don't think that's that's absolutely necessary, and I don't particularly like that way of, I guess, of doing business, really. Right, so what's this say? But yeah, I'll link that that in the description below. Actually, if you want to check it out over on Reddit and you're on there as well, you can do that. Or just feel free to leave your comments on it below the video as well, because that really helps, and it's great to hear what you think. So right, so short unimportant building materials. You can buy what you need at the Global Trade HQ. Why do we get this sort of run through for the other ones? Okay, so we'll tap this. Okay, oh, we could buy some cameras. Let's try and do that. We need a camera for an upgrade. Travelling to neighbouring city. Rising Sun Valley. They haven't renamed their city yet, I guess. And let's grab 2 cameras. Woo! Importer. Ooh, we got an achievement. Let's see what that was then. I think probably we're getting towards the end of the episode now, actually, as well. So I will upgrade my city storage. We will have a look at... There we go, awesome. Up to 60 now. What do we need for the next one? We need another storage lock and a couple of cameras. So let's check out the latest achievement we've unlocked. Importer. Spend 1,000 simoleons when trading. Okay. Wow, I spent 50,000. Yikes, this is going to be quite tough, isn't it, to get? Okay. Well, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. And what I will do between this one and next one is try and get up enough simoleons that we can build the Deluxe sewage treatment plant. We'll find a spot for it, maybe down here kind of by the cargo docks, or the factories here, or the power plants kind of out of the way, although it doesn't have a dirty radius because we're going for the maximum one. And I'll also take a little bit more of a look at the Global Trade HQ, kind of see how this works. Maybe we can try and buy... Wow, look at all these things. Oh, that's really cool. What was it we needed? Let's try and snag some of those and do some upgrades. So it was a couple of a couple of cameras and 1 lock. Let's try and do that. Oh, nothing for sale. Okay, tap again. A couple of cameras and 1 lock. There's 1 lock. Okay, and a lock. Boom! Purchase storage lock. Well, I think one of the things I was saying was, what I will do is check out this Global Trade HQ in a bit more detail. I've played games like this before, and something I've noticed is if you're a bit judicious with the way you think about the game and how you play it, there are often sort of efficiencies to be had and made through things like your trade HQ, your market, or whatever it is, where you're playing kind of almost against other players to get the best price, or to sell at the best price. So I think that's going to be really interesting. So I'll have a look at that and see if there's any kind of efficiencies and stuff I can spot and share with you as kind of tips and stuff next time. That doesn't seem to be loading correctly though. When we tap it, it says nothing for sale right now sometimes. Alright, so we'll upgrade again, which is amazing. Let's do that. So now we've got tons of space, tons and tons of space. So I will go ahead and we'll see what this building up here, the one that the architect's drawing up new plans for, gives us by next episode. And I'll try and collect all the resources we need for these ones. So we need some wood there, we need some seeds and stuff. We should probably get a couple of extra measuring tapes going. So I'll get making all of that stuff and drag it woods down there. I've got to remember to do this sort of drag and drop thing because it saves a bit of time. And we might even maybe get to another factory, or possibly unlock some more slots on the these commercial buildings, the building supply store or the hardware store. But I think that's something for next episode. Like I said, I'll give it some thought between this one and next one. And like I said about the sort of SimCity franchise BuildIt kind of debate, if you want to get involved in that, or you've got any kind of thoughts on it, then please leave them in the comments below, or any thoughts or comments on the episode or the game itself. I'd love to hear them, and I will see you next time, Mares. Take care. Bye bye.